It's a core campaign promise, one that President Donald Trump was eager to highlight during his trip to San Diego this month.
It'll be over 400 miles, and we think we can get it close to 500 miles by the end of next year, depending on certain terrain conditions.
Dissatisfied by limited funds approved by Congress, the administration sought more wall money by siphoning $3.6 billion of Department of Defense construction projects, such as schools and military bases. The Senate recently voted to block the plan for the second time, but the chamber lacks the votes to override a presidential veto, which Trump is likely to do again.
The president is engaged in a calculated attempt to aggravate regional migration dynamics for domestic political gain at the expense of our national security.
Meanwhile, Trump has pushed Central American countries to prevent their citizens from migrating north and to take in asylum seekers denied protection in the U.S.
We actually make deals with Mexico and with Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, and we're doing it with them instead of with our Congress. But we're doing it.
Border security is a key issue for Trump as he seeks re-election in 2020.
If you are a base core Trump supporter, you like the fact that the president has promised that we would secure our border, that we would have less illegal immigration into the country, and that it would have an impact on the wages of the average voter.
Bipartisan Policy Center immigration analyst Cristobal Ramon says Trump may be overpromising on how much border wall will actually be built in 2020 and questions whether the agreements with Central American countries can be implemented. The success of Trump's border initiatives may hinge on whether migrant arrivals continue a recent downward trend.
The key thing moving forward is, are we going to see the numbers kind of stay moderately low, or are they going to keep spiking back up?
In the meantime, Trump relies on political messaging to project a strong stance on immigration.
His political language is all about visuals. So I think that as long as he's able to convey that to his base, I think that that's something, it's a victory for him.
An earnest effort and a perception of progress are important to the president's core supporters.
Ultimately, the voters will see him as working hard to keep his promises, which makes him unusual among politicians.
Patsy Widakuswara, VOA News at the White House.